Opulence is the aesthetic of abundance. Money, freedom, destiny, time, 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 money, freedom, destiny. Time. Money. Destiny. Time. Money. Dream. Destiny. Destiny. Time, money, freedom, destiny, time, money, time, money, freedom, destiny, time, money, time, money, freedom, destiny, time, money, time, money, freedom. Opulence is the aesthetic of abundance.
Okay, bye.
The connection has been lost. All of the online networks are down. Virus technology has been successfully implemented. The new era has begun. Systems operating properly. Gate number 6.
Are we ready for this?
I'm ready. I've been waiting.
Been waiting all day.
Dystopia 2077.
Let's get this going.
Distance nerding.
Oh, what is going on, everybody?
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is that time. Oh, yes. Oh, yes, it is that time. You are now listening to Distance Nerdy.
He's Young Phil,
And he's Jamez 5000.
and we're here to nerd together, nailing it for the 102nd time. We're talking about anything pop culture, movies, food, music, wrestling, whatever you're nerding out on. We want to talk about it.
Ladies and gentlemen, you have to follow us. You have to. You have no choice. You have to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube. Find us on the link tree, the Discords, all of those places, all at Distance Nerding. Jamez, how's it going, man?
It's going. It sounds like you're over the hill from being sick, like you're over the hump, right?
I'm definitely I still have a little bit of like a residual cough, but I'm still like I'm awake. I'm alive. I'm here. I'm here to bring excitement for everybody. We've got news. We've got stories to talk about. So with that all being said, ladies and gentlemen, this week on deck, we've got the download.
We say goodbye to our favorite Ranger.
Oh, dude, I'm not ready for this. Okay, starting rumors.
Is Superman's new kryptonite James Gunn?
Ooh.
Uh-oh. Spicy.
I don't know. That is a
Spicy.
spicy take. But before we get into all of that,
But first,
let me get a shout out. Not gonna lie, I almost forgot my line right there. Not like I've done this 102 times, right?
Exactly. Well, you've only done 101 times. This is the 102nd time.
I guess.
Math nerds. That's what I'm talking about. All right. Are you ready?
I'm
Shout
ready.
out. Shout out time.
Let's do it.
Shout out to Poddex. In fact, this episode is powered by Poddex. Poddex are unique interview questions and episode starting prompts in the palm of your hand. So whenever you're a new podcaster, existing broadcaster, somebody trying to podcast for the 102nd time, looking to grow your audience, which we're always trying to grow the audience, get more engagement, which we're always trying to get more engagement, you're going to want to check out Poddex. Check out poddex.com. Oh, it's so good. I love our Poddex questions. Everybody seems to love our Poddex questions. And then we got a discount for you. Use code NERDING10 for 10% off, and that's 10% off mugs and hats and shirts and other things, including the decks themselves. So I think there's like over 40 different categories, right?
Oh,
of
yeah.
decks.
There's just all these different, and it's growing, ever expanding all the time. Now, there's also merch. There's all kinds of stuff that they have. Just Poddex is awesome. Even if you're not a podcaster, if you're not a interviewer, you're not somebody who does that kind of stuff, guys, you can use this at like your next company retreat, or you can use this as an icebreaker at a party. It really is a pretty good party game. I've tried this actually. It's pretty cool.
That's super smart. I like that idea. So make sure you check out Poddex. Use code NERDING10. Get that 10% off.
Ha! Oh, no, that's just Graveyard. All right, Graveyard. He said, "Boo, I'm a ghost."
What's up, Grave? How are you? Somebody in our chat called him Gravy. I'm like, that's going to be his new name, Gravy. For some reason.
It's gonna be Gravy from now on.
It's Thanksgiving. What's up, Gravy? Gravy's going to be his new nickname.
Yeah, no. Biscuits and gravy. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? Mashed taters and gravy.
Oh, there you go.
He hates taters.
And what's the rule? You can't come up with your own nickname.
That's right. Oh, that's the rule. You cannot come up with your own nickname. So
if we say gravy and it sticks, that's some sticky gravy.
Sir, you are taters and gravy. That's going to be your new name. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm laughing at my own terrible jokes.
Oh my God! Wait a second. Hold on. That would make you Young Pickle.
Oh, God.
That would be your name.
Oh God! And I have no choice. Like I can't. Yeah. I can't say no because the rule is you can't come up with your own nickname, and now I have to be a stupid pickle.
Yep, Young Pickle and gravy and taters. Perfect.
I hate you.
I know. I hate you
too. All right. Oh my God! Look who's in the chat.
Oh, from Parts Unknown, showing it up. What's up, Jester G, from our Setting the Stage Wrestling podcast, buddy? How are you, good sir? Nice to jump in here all the way from Virginia?
Yeah, actually, matter of fact, I didn't summon him, so I have to do the summoning.
What?
There we go.
Virginia is for lovers, so
What?
he showed up for it.
What?
I like it.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I got so ahead of myself because I got excited that Jester G-Man was in the chat. But ladies and gentlemen, if you're not on this, right, when you go to poddex.com, use the code NERDING10. You get 10% off all of your purchases on Poddex.
There it be.
Exactly. Now, ladies and gentlemen, you hear me say it every week, but I mean, you know this, right? You wonder, how does Phil have so much energy all the time? And I'm going to tell you right now, it's because of Dubby. Dubby. Oh, wait a minute.
Yep. Just like that.
I lost my mouse. They're not going to hear it on the podcast version anyways. Dubby is an emerging brand of energy drinks created to help focus, concentration, reaction time with no jitters or a crash. Dubby contains no maltodextrin, no sugar, no fillers, no artificial color or dyes. Find out more about Dubby at www.dubby.gg. And guys, use that code NERDING10 to get 10% off your order at checkout. Oh, yeah, the flavors are delicious. I have not come across an event or anywhere where we're giving W away where somebody has said, you know what, this stuff sucks.
I know people love the W when you take it to all the different events. Like you took it to the festival, right? The film festival, the Violet Film
Dude.
Festival.
Violet Film Festival, and they loved it, man. Like just all the people that were there, we got down on the dubs, and they were just in love with it, man. Like it was awesome, man.
You know, if anything, I think people are realizing, like, seeing W out there is like, oh, there's alternatives to like energy drinks that you buy at, you know, AM, PM and stuff like that. There's alternatives like this that you can make yourself,
Exactly.
you know, and get the same benefits of an energy drink or something like that. So
Absolutely.
yeah, it's cool.
Tonight's flavor combination, because I haven't done it in a while, and I'm gonna do some W tonight. Gonna do some passion joy tea. Right, that is a
Passion, joy.
Passion, joy, passion, joy, passion, joy, passion, joy. All right, it's a passion fruit iced tea, and the combination flavor, I'm gonna do Galaxy Grenade, which is a fan favorite. Come on, okay, there it goes. I'm like it's washing it out. Fan favorite here. This one is a watermelon guava lime, so I'm gonna do a scoop of each.
Scooping it up. Very good. Oh, look. Cam's in the chat. What's up, good Cam? How are you, good sir?
Cam.
He's talking to all the nerds. What's up, Cam? Good to see you, buddy. We got Grave, got Cam, got Jester G. Oh, all of our buddies. I love it.
Our boy
It's
Cam
awesome.
the DM.
Are you going to serve Dubby during Thanksgiving?
You know, that might not be a bad idea.
Right? Like you should bust it out. Everybody's going to be like, "Oh, what goes good with my cranberry?" And you're like, "Oh, Dub Sludge would be the drink of choice."
Well, you know, like
go
a lot
with my cranberry sauce.
A lot of my family members are Salvadorian, so we're probably going to have pan con pavo.
Right, and you mix in some Dubby into that, so it'll be great.
Because that's the whole thing. Is it's a very savory.
Wait, tell us what it is. I have no idea what it is.
Pan con pavo. It literally translates to bread and turkey.
That's a drink?
No, it's not a drink. It's food.
Oh.
But pan con pavo is like a it's a very Salvadorian thing, and like I said, like a lot of my family is a Salvadorian on my dad's side.
Okay.
And, pan con pavo is basically it's like French bread.
I like French bread. Yes. Okay. I'm listening.
It's a marinated turkey. So it's like, you know, the turkey's already been cooked and then they marinate it in this sauce. It's a very, very like, you know, very Hispanic, but very like savory red sauce. And you basically soak it. And then you put like, you know, like curtido, which is it's like El Salvadorian coleslaw, and like pickled onions on it and whatnot.
Is that what they put on like pupusas?
Yes. Curtido.
Okay, yeah.
Pupusas.
Gotcha.
Some salsa and different thing like that, and you put that on the pan con pavo, and it's good. It is really good.
Sounds interesting. You're gonna have to bring me some. Jester chimed in. Dubby will cure the food coma. I don't know about that. I go hard.
It might.
I go hard on Thanksgiving.
Yeah. So
we have people coming over, and then like, and then when some other people like dropped out, and Jenny's like, "Should we still get a big turkey?" I'm like, yeah, we're gonna get the biggest turkey I could find."
Absolutely, are gonna get the biggest turkey in existence. That's the entire plan.
I go to Costco and I don't get a cart. I get one of those little flats, you know, like I'm gonna go to Home Depot or something, and I bring that for the turkey. That is what I use for the turkey.
Yeah, you just get a shit ton of pumpkin pie, right? More pumpkin pie than anybody's ever gonna eat.
Yeah, exactly. I make a wall of pumpkin pie to keep the turkey on the flatbed, and then I check out. It's perfect.
There you go. That works out perfectly. Well, before we jump into all the festivities for tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we are ready for the Geekend!
Slow it down. Save your voice. You're getting over being sick, sir.
No, not doing it.
All right, good. Keep it up then. LA Comic Con, December 2nd through 4th at the LA Convention Center, right next to the crypto.com arena.
Yeah.
Sounds so weird to say that.
Yeah,
Uh.
yeah. Oh, sorry. Cam was saying I need to mix all the flavors again. That was an interesting episode, man, because the flavors all together was a little weird.
It got you a little buzzed, a little extra dubby.
No, it wasn't really like a buzz. It was just the flavor it was weird.
Oh, that's fun. Anyway, back to LA Comic Con, December 2nd through the 4th, down in LA at the Convention Center. Going to be so much fun. We were there last year as media. We got some media badges. Shout out to LA Comic Con. They hooked us up. This year, same thing. They're sending us down there to go cover the con and post it to Instagram and whatnot. So super excited. Simu Liu will be there. What's that?
We may have some more surprises down the line for everybody.
Yep, there may be some more surprises. We may be doing some interviews while we're there at the con, live interviews. So if you're going to be there, like if I don't know, if you're an artist or performer or you're going to be down there, let us know. We're actually going to book out a bunch of different time slots to do some interviews at a special booth. Shout out to Comic-Con Radio. They're going to let us come down and use some of their booth space to do some podcasting and do some recording right there from the LA Comic-Con exhibit floor. Exactly. So cool. But yeah, if you're going to be down there, make sure you come check it out. Simu Liu's going to be there. William Shatner, Giancarlo Esposito, and Ming-Na Wen. Oh, they did such a good panel last year. It was so good.
Oh yeah,
so
and then
good.
and then pretty much like the entire or like half the cast of The Boys is going to be there.
The boys part of The Boys will be there. But then Elijah Wood, Sean Astin, LeVar Burton. Oh my gosh, it's going to be so good. Tom Kinney, the voice of SpongeBob, will be there. So many cool people. And that's just like the top of the list. There's still like a bunch of other people. Like one of your voice acting heroes, Rob Paulson, right?
Rob Paulson is going to be there, but then not just Rob Paulson, which is a big deal for me as somebody who like, you know, is really into voice acting, but also as far as like two of my favorite, like one of my favorite comic duos is going to be there, and that's Greg Capullo and Scott Snyder.
Ah, very cool. Yeah, they're going to be there too. So
yeah,
who knows? Maybe we'll get lucky. Maybe we'll interview them.
I know that'd be awesome, man, to be able to interview Greg Capullo and Scott Snyder and talk about like, oh yeah, so you guys created Death of the Family, where the Joker rips off his face and kills a bunch of the Bat family, and then you guys created the Court of Owls. Like that's your creation. Literally, Graveyard just said he's playing Gotham Knights right now, and they're the main villains in Gotham Knights.
There it is.
So these are the dudes who created Court of Owls.
You're going to be like, what happened in your childhood that you had to create Court of Owls and rip the Joker's face off? You know, what happened?
Like, Scott, I need to ask you, like, what happened?
Yeah.
Who hurt
you? Need a hug.
Who hurt you?
Do you need a hug, buddy? Anyway,
like, Scott, who hurt you, man? For real. And Greg, what made you want to draw the Joker ripping his own face off and then taping it back onto his face?
I know. Super scary, but so inventive, so like creative to do a version of Joker like that. So I thought that was so cool. Anyway, LA Comic Con, December 2nd through the 4th, we'll be there. You know, Young Phil will be there, Jamez will be there, Tyler will be there, Ray will be there, Angel will be there, all representing Distance Nerding. Come out, say hi. You know, if you find us on the floor, come get a sticker or two from us. We're also gonna be hanging out with Project Wish Upon a Star, so that'll be cool. Hanging out with them. Might run into some other people. Who did we see last time? Oh, Rob from Capitola Comic Con. We ran into him last year down there.
That's where we met him. That's right.
Yeah. Logan Winter Official, the cosplayer that's blown up ever since last year's LA Comic Con. We met him down there. So yeah, it'll be fun. Looking forward to it, and that's only in like a couple weeks.
Yeah,
so crazy.
Yeah. It's gonna be a good time, and I'm excited. I'm excited for everything that's that's coming out of it, everything that we have going into it, it's going to be a blast, guys.
All right, let's get into some download. We got some news, got some rumors.
Yeah, let's do this. You know, I'm so smooth. I did that without introducing it.
Nothing. That was so good. Welcome to the download. Check out the Distance Nerdington post on Facebook for all the news, all the rumors, all the reactions, and let us know what you're nerding out on. We're always posting trailers. I think we posted the latest, or actually the final Avatar trailer, Avatar: The Way of Water. The final trailer came out, so we posted that, and there's a bunch of other trailers that I post, that Cam post. They're all there in the Distance Nerdington post on Facebook. But let's get into this. Oh, such a crazy week.
Yeah. Okay.
Raise your morphers one last time. Oh my goodness. Jason David Frank, one of the original stars of the classic 1990s Power Rangers series, has passed away at 49 years old. Ugh. This one hurts. This one hurts a lot.
Yeah, this one's painful, man. I mean, you know, I've got him right here. I'm literally hanging out with, you know, with my boy Jason right now.
Yeah. Speaking of, he was at LA Comic-Con last year.
He was
with David Yost.
Sadly, missed opportunity for two of my heroes that were both at that show, because Kevin Conroy was at that show too, and he just passed away.
Oh my goodness, I didn't even think about that. You're right.
Kevin Conroy and JDF were both there, and it's like that was our last chance to see them, and we missed it.
Oh my gosh. So just to freshen everybody's memory, Jason David Frank played Tommy Oliver. He started out as the bad guy, as the Green Ranger in the first season, but he ended up becoming probably like the most famous Ranger, even though he's been the Green Ranger and the White Ranger. And he's been in a number of different versions of the Power Rangers, because, you know, there's like Dino Morphers, Ninjas, you know, Time Traveler, Wild Force, Turbo. He's been in like so many different versions of it. So
what's crazy is, like, you know, if for all my Power Ranger nerds that are out there, right, like Tommy for the first couple of seasons was never the leader. He was just kind of more like the ringer, right? He was the dude that just came in and just whooped, like, wrecked shop, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like, oh, we're losing right here, and it's like, okay, let's call in the Dragon Zord, let's call in the remember the Turtle Zord that he had for a while, or, you know, he would call in the White Tiger, you know, and just kind of just wreck shop. And then later on, he became the Red Ranger, which is the symbol of the leader, like leadership. He was one of the leaders.
Mm-hmm. Wasn't he also like a Black Ranger too, or something?
I think he was a Black Ranger in Zeo. He's
been a bunch of different Rangers. So he starred in 3 different seasons, but he was in a total of 123 episodes. So crazy. Right. So crazy. So apparently, still under investigation, but apparently it was a suicide. So that's super sad. He survived by like 4 kids. Oh, so sad. But jumping back to it, Frank also returned to the franchise several times. He was in Wild Force, Turbo, Zeo, Dino Thunder, Mega Force, Ninja Steel, Hyper Force. Oh my gosh. I think he was going to be in the anniversary that's coming next year, the 30th anniversary.
Yeah.
I think he planned to be in that as
well. I wonder if he had anything in the can already that they can, you know, reuse.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe. But I know he was also doing like a kind of an almost fan film. I remember he was promoting it at LA Comic-Con, mm-hmm. where it was like of like almost a grittier version of what a Power Ranger would be. So it wasn't actually technically a Power Ranger movie, but he was making a movie kind of along those lines, right? You know, a little bit grittier version, like a more adult version of a Power Ranger. So that was kind of interesting. So
remember,
man, I know you had some big ties to JDF.
I mean, if you guys remember in Hardly Heroes, right, my sign off for every segment that I did was White Ranger out, you know, mm-hmm. and it was because, you know, Jason David Frank was a big influence for me as a kid. You know, he was he was my favorite Ranger. You
Mhm.
know, and dude, he's gonna be missed, man.
So sad.
It's heartbreaking. You know,
Yeah, especially for 4 kids, but
yeah.
so sad. Anyway, uh there's a suicide and crisis lifeline out there. So if just like if you dial 911 for emergency, you can dial 988 if you're having any thoughts or issues. It's 24-hour free confidential call. So if you need help, if you need something, dial 988. Talk to somebody, get help. Talk to us, message us if you need
Yeah.
something, but we shouldn't be losing any more friends or people to the suicide. So if you
Just
need help,
remember, guys, the strongest person you know might be the person who needs it the most.
mhm.
So reach out to your friends. You know, reach out to even the strong friends, your friends that you don't talk to seldomly. You know, just reach out to people because you never know what they need. You never know what they're going through. You know, I get guys. It's a well-known fact. I'm a veteran. I talk about it all the time, right? And in my community, you know, there's this whole thing about 22, right? And like you'll see it around like the 22 push-up challenge, and you'll see a lot of like vet challenges that revolve around the number 22. And if you guys aren't familiar with what that means, 22 veterans a day commit suicide.
Mm.
So this hits home, and it's like, again, he seemed like he was somebody that was a positive influence and somebody who was happy, but you don't know what somebody's going through.
Yeah, we're all here. We're building a big, huge nerd community. So if you need anything, reach out. You have friends, you have family, you have all us nerds out there. So looks like Art just chimed in. He got to meet how do you pronounce her first name?
Tui
Tu?
Tran-
Tui. Tui
Yeah.
Trang before she passed, which was the original Yellow Ranger,
Yellow
right?
Ranger. Dude, how old were you? Like 10?
I know, right? I don't know. When did it come out? 93?
Well, the show came out in 93.
Yeah, so I was in my teens. I was teens. I think I might have been like junior high school by then. Oh my goodness.
I think Ben's not too far behind you, so
Yeah, right there. Okay, let's keep it going. In a weird way, it looks like we're losing another actor, but this time to retirement. Gary Oldman announced that he's ready for some rest and relaxation. Gary Oldman, dude, he's been in everything. So
yeah.
the Dark
Gary-
Knight, what's up?
I was gonna say Gary Oldman's one of my favorite, another
Oh,
guy
gee.
that's like one of my favorite actors, man. I
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
like, there's not a role that he's ever been in that was bad. He's even been in bad movies where he's like the breakout in the entire movie.
Oh yeah, totally. And he makes every movie he's in, and so versatile. Like, yeah, he was in The Dark Knight, right? But he also played Dracula
Yeah.
in Interview with was it Interview?
No, it wasn't
No,
in
no.
Vampires. Bram Stoker's Dracula.
Bram Stoker's Dracula, and then he was also in like The Fifth Element. You know,
Oh my God, and again, like just the way he melts into characters. Like, I mean, look at when he played Winston Churchill. Like,
right?
he just like melts into these characters, and it's like he's almost unrecognizable from role to role, and that's signs of a great actor, because it's never him playing a character. It's he is that character.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Totally. Even as Commissioner Gordon, like he embodied Commissioner Gordon.
Yeah, his Commissioner Gordon was awesome.
Exactly. So, the Dark Knight alum says he's fine with retiring after his latest project runs its course, citing interest outside of the industry that he'd like to dedicate his time to. But yeah, he's like 70 years old or something like that. So, Gary Oldman is currently starring in the Apple TV Plus show Slow Horses, Slow Horses, excuse me. Slow Horses, a spy thriller that will soon debut its second season. Might have to check that one out.
Yeah, I know.
But I think it's going to go 4 seasons, whether he's in all 4 or not. Right now, we don't know. because they're only on like the second season.
But
But
because if they already have it planned out, I wonder if he's just gonna finish this up, and then after this show, he's completely done.
yeah, so that's kind of what he said. He's like, whatever commitments I have, which is Slow Horses, like I'm just gonna wrap that up and be done.
Yeah.
You ride his horse into the sunset, so to speak. So he said, I've had an enviable career, but careers wane. And I do have other things that interest me outside of acting. When you're young, you think about going to get around to do all of them. Read that book, then years go by. The actor said in a recent stop with the Sunday Times, I'm 65 years old, 70s around the corner. I don't want to be active, apparently, like acting when he's 80. I just want to be happy and honored and privileged to go out as Jackson Lamb from Slow Horses and then hang it up. So there you go. He just was like, I'm going to finish up the show and I'm done.
Yeah.
We
And
better
again-
get on this Slow Horses.
Yeah, I know, right? I mean, I commend him for what he is, and again, you know, I mean, he's gotten a lot of has he gotten Academy Awards? I'm sure he has.
I think so.
If he hasn't, then they need to give him one, and he needs a lifetime achievement award as soon as he retires, because
Oh,
the man's career is just completely noteworthy.
Oh, let's see. 2018. Best actor in a leading role, Darkest Hour. He also got a Golden Globe for Darkest Hour, Screen Actors Guild Award for Darkest Hour. Yeah, he's won a bunch.
Okay, good, because that was the Winston Churchill movie. I saw that in theaters. That movie was amazing.
Yeah, BAFTA Award for Best Actor, again for Darkest Hour. So, yeah, won a ton. Okay, let's keep it going. I have another Hollywood icon that's been rumored to be hanging it up. What's the theme of this show?
Is
going on?
everybody? It's just the demise of Hollywood. That's
Right.
That's our entire theme, is the demise of Hollywood.
This one's almost a rumor though. So let's see what this is. So Quentin Tarantino, which I was just listening to him on the Two Bears One Cave show with Tom Segura.
Mhm.
He was just on that co-hosting because Bert Kreischer's at it for the episode. But Quentin Tarantino, he was out promoting his new book, Cinema Speculation or something like that.
Right. He was just on Bill Maher talking about that book.
Yeah, there you go. He said that he plans to do in 2023 an 8-episode series for TV. I'm like, oh, that's kind of cool. Like, what's he gonna do? Has he ever done TV? I guess he's done 2 episodes of CSI, Crime Scene Investigation, back in like 2005, but that's it. And I'm like, oh, he hasn't really ever done TV, which is interesting because his movies tend to be kind of longer films, right? Like,
Right.
what could he do with a series, an 8-episode series? So that's 8 hours of content that he could build. Like, that sounds right up his alley,
He almost went that route, because Hateful Eight, the director's cut ended up being, because it was 4 hours, they broke it up into 4 1-hour blocks.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, he could write some content like that. But the rumor is, so this is where the news and the rumor. So he's saying he's got an 8-episode series. He hasn't said what it is or where it's going to be, but he says it's going to start in 2023. But people are saying the project could be Bounty Law, which is the fictional show that Leonardo DiCaprio, his character in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, that was his show, the Western.
Mm-hmm.
So he may actually do Bounty Law. I don't know if Leonardo is going to come back, but they're saying Quentin Tarantino may do Bounty Law. So I'm like, oh, would be super meta,
Yeah,
and interesting.
and I'm sure Leo would be down to do that.
Right. That would be isolated, right? Like maybe it's a version of Bounty Law where it's not necessarily Bounty Law, but it could be like from the set of the show, and he's doing Leo's story in front of the camera and behind the camera.
Yeah, so it's like almost like a making of kind of thing.
Yes. Yes, that'd be good.
Now,
But
either
he-
that or Star Trek, because remember he said he was going to do a rated R Star Trek.
Oh yeah, that's right. But he only said he's got like 1 or 2 more projects in him, and then he wants to hang it up.
Right.
So we'll see. We'll see. He did mention in the past that he said, I wrote a play and wrote 5 episodes of a TV series for Bounty Law. So that was like years ago that he said he did that. So people
Right.
are putting 2 and 2 together. Maybe it is Bounty Law.
Right, because I remember him talking about like Bounty Law was something that he actually made and then decided to use it in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
I know. Craziness. Okay, let's keep it going. Keep it going. I got more Hollywood news. My gosh.
So depressing. Oh, I'm sorry. This is not depressing.
No, this one's big.
It's actually
this
not
one-
depressing news. This is
wh-
actually pretty fun.
Where's Gravy Taters? We need him for this one because horror movie producer Jason Blum and James Wan are in talks to merge Blumhouse Productions and Atomic Monster Production, both of their companies coming together. So they're kind of like the leaders of like the horror franchise or horror genre in movies right now, right?
Right.
So these production companies have been pumping out one great horror film after another, and they're doing it actually on small budgets, which is actually really good for movie companies.
Yeah. And
to
James Wan, like the films that James Wan puts out are like great. It's the whole reason that he got Aquaman was because he does so like he puts a lot of attention to detail into his movies, right? And then Jason Blum and Blumhouse they've just been cranking out horror movies. So I mean, it's a smart decision on both of them.
Right. So check this out. So together, the companies have collectively grossed over $11.6 billion since 2004. And horror projects making up nearly $8.5 billion of that total. So like 3/4 of it has been horror movies since 2004.
Right.
Nuts. So it's explained that if the merger goes through, let me read this. Atomic Monster will benefit from the first look deal with Universal Pictures that Blumhouse is currently under, which Atomic Monster has kind of the same thing going under Warner Brothers, but that's coming to an end this summer. The first look deal where, what does that mean? Like
they get first dibs on
yes, that's
putting
the
film out.
easiest way to put it. Yeah. So the two companies will continue to operate as separate labels, and each one will maintain its own creative autonomy and brand identity. But at the same time, they will strengthen each other, and the alliance will increase their combined output. It's actually really smart.
Graveyard in the chat, he said horror. I know a guy who likes that.
Right?
Hey, we do too. He also loves potatoes.
Yes.
He loves potatoes just as much as I love pickles.
The horror that is potatoes.
The horror that is potatoes. The horror.
So Atomic Monster will utilize Blumhouse's existing infrastructure to scale its activities across film, TV, and new content areas, including games, live experiences, and audio. So this is more than just movies.
Yeah. No, you know what's crazy is that there's been talks about a Saw game. There's a couple of different like horror games that have been in development that might be cool on this, but at the same time, where I wonder is what happens to the projects that James Wan is doing at Warner Brothers, like especially ones that have the potential for future movies and future projects. Like, does that mean that he steps away from Aquaman and no longer does Aquaman?
Potentially. That's a good point, because it said that Atomic Monster has that deal with Warner Brothers until next summer.
Right.
So we'll see after that. Maybe they're going to renegotiate or something. But look, TV, film, new content areas, games, live experiences, audio. It's so smart because now they're, instead of like competing with each other, they're going to be supporting each other.
Oh, I'm sure they're going to be dropping like a bunch of podcasts too, because I mean, I think Atomic Monster does a whole bunch of podcasts. So does Blumhouse.
Yeah. Horror podcasts are a big deal.
Horror podcasts and true crime, like those are the two things that are like, maybe we should like jump into true crime, because we can do like a true crime distance nerding episode.
Sometimes this podcast is a little scary. It's a little bit of a horror show
Oh yeah, no, it's
when it derails.
exactly like right now.
Exactly. What are we talking about? I have no idea.
I don't know.
Taters, pickles.
We're talking about taters and pickles.
All right. Okay, I'm gonna keep it going. I think Ark just mentioned this in the chat, but another Hollywood icon has been rumored to hang it up. Chris Hemsworth, best known as Thor in the Marvel movies, has decided to slow down his acting career since he found out that he's predispositioned for Alzheimer's disease.
It's
That's
just
so crazy.
it's just like depressing story after depressing story. You just want to bring us down for Thanksgiving, James.
I am so sorry. Better eat your emotions. Eat that turkey. Eat your emotions away. So the news was revealed to Hemsworth in an episode of his Disney Plus docuseries Limitless, which we're literally watching right now. Like I think we're on episode 4 of Limitless on Disney Plus. Super good show, by the way. Super good.
That's the episode where they reveal it, isn't it?
I think it is. Yeah. Where he finds out that his DNA contains 2 copies of the APOE4 gene, making his chances of developing the progressive neurologic disorder 8 to 10 times higher than the average person.
Which also means I wonder if his brothers have gone through this too, and they're like, worried about the same thing. You know what I mean?
I think it's a matter of like when the mother and father both carry the gene, and then when it's there, that's the only way you can have a double copy of that.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like his brothers probably have the same thing too.
Yeah. I hope they're getting tested. They're part of the show. They're in the show, so
that makes me wonder, does that mean that Liam is gonna quit being the Witcher before he becomes the Witcher?
Oh, good point. We shall see.
Liam just got that contract to be the Witcher.
I'm sure he'll take it. He's younger. He's got plenty of time. But it's really cool because watching that show Limitless, it features his family, including his brothers, including his wife, including his kids, which I didn't know he had twins. He has twins.
Yeah.
It's super cool, like to see him connecting, like as a person.
Yeah, so, dude, him as a dad, like if you ever watch him on Instagram, like
my god,
he has a lot of like videos with his older son.
Yeah,
and dude, him and his son are hilarious, right? Like one of my favorite all-time pictures on Instagram of Chris Hemsworth is him taking his kid out for Halloween, and his kid's dressed as Captain America. and
I didn't see that.
And there's like a caption where he's talking about like when your kid tells you that Captain America is the best superhero, and I tell him, and you have to remind him that you're a superhero too.
Oh, poor guy.
It's kind of adorable, actually. Hey, Tater 88, my boy Tyler is in the building, in the chat. I'm gonna need you to talk with Graveyard over here because you guys are taters and gravy.
Wow, tag team, taters and gravy. Taters and gravy. That's pretty good. Yeah, that's super sad, but good for him because like what you're saying with his family, like my favorite Instagram or video that he's done is when one of his kids is like practicing like bow and arrow.
Yeah.
and Hemsworth's got like a bottle on his head, like a water bottle on his head, and he's holding the camera, just staring at the camera the entire time. And you see his son in the background, just lets the arrow go, boom, just nails the bottle. And he's like, "Nice shot, buddy." Like, it's so Chris Hemsworth.
That's
it's
pretty
so
funny,
cool, so cool. So good for him. Go spend some time with your family, your beautiful family in Australia. Too good to be true. Too good to be true.
Right. I mean, it is a good thing, for him to take a little bit of time and spend time with his kids, and like it's not that he's quitting acting; he's just slowing down his output. I mean, the other big piece of news about Hemsworth that came out is that he's ready to be done with Thor. So I mean, like,
Yeah, I mean, it could be part of it too. But
mhm.
I mean, I think so. He's like the longest running one, right? Like 4 movies plus the Avenger movies.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm sure it's the
That makes
same.
sense.
It's the same thing with Hugh Jackman. It's the same thing with um kind of the majority of those guys that have been superheroes for a long time. They just it's hard to upkeep that like just that body,
Yeah.
you know.
Even
Right.
Drax said that.
Oh yeah.
Dave Batista, he's like, this is probably my last time being Drax because
Well,
it's hard.
especially when you're a hero that walks around without the shirt on, like you have to
Right.
be super ripped all the time.
Exactly, right? And then all the body paint and all the makeup that goes into it. Oh my gosh.
Right.
Anyways,
Hemsworth said
and
that this last movie, the Love and Thunder, was the biggest he's been, and you can see it. You can tell looking at him, like his shoulders are fucking huge.
yes, his shoulders were huge. So was Portman's. They were huge too.
Oh, dude, Natalie Portman was ripped.
Nuts. Okay, let's keep going because we got some Disney news. Let's get to the big guns. This is the big guns, and it's Disney news. Less than a year ago, Bob Iger retired as CEO of Walt Disney Company and was handpicked by Iger and replaced by Bob Chapek.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it didn't last long because, like, what is that? 11 months later, Bob Chapek is out, and Bob Iger is back in, effective immediately.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. Just Chapek was saying that he couldn't keep up with just everything that's been going on, and just it's just it was too much for him. And what's crazy is he came from the parks, so you would think that he could keep up with the stress.
Yeah, it's nuts. So let me just read some of this. So it was a huge surprise that no one saw coming, and Iger has signed on to be CEO for the next 2 years. So he's got a 2-year contract with a mandate from the Disney board to set the strategic direction for renewed growth and to work closely with the board in developing a successor to lead the company at the completion of his term. Wow.
It's a trip because Iger doesn't look like he's that old, but he's 71.
I know, right? He looks super good for 71.
Yeah, he looks really good for 71. But I mean, like, he's up there. I mean, I can imagine why he wanted to retire. Well, he didn't really retire. He stepped down as CEO, but he was still president of the board, though.
Yeah, and there was a bunch of he was being sought after by a bunch of other companies, but a lot of them are pseudo startup companies.
Yeah.
So it's like, is he going to go invest and spend a ton more time to develop a new company?
I mean, yeah, of course, every company wants him because you have a guy that essentially took a brand that couldn't find itself and solidified it. Because you look at like kind of the problematic issues that Disney had for the longest time, and then when Iger took over, just the 180 that he made and made it to the company that it is right to the conglomerate organization that it is right now.
Right. So board chair Susan Arnold said, "We thank Bob Chapek for his service to Disney over his long career, including navigating the company through the unprecedented challenges of the pandemic. The board has concluded that at Disney embarks on an increasingly complex period of industry transformation, Bob Iger is uniquely situated to lead the company through this pivotal period." Poor Chapek. It's like, you're the pandemic guy.
Yeah, I feel bad for Chapek because like they're almost making it sound like, yep, he couldn't cut the mustard. We need Iger back. And Iger's just like, I don't want to be here. But if if I'm gonna continue, like basically his legacy is what's on the line at this point, right? So it's like, I can't let anybody ruin my legacy, but I'm only going to be here for 2 years. So you better find somebody to take my job.
Right. And Chapek, his nickname was Bob Paycheck. So he was kind of the numbers guy.
Yeah.
So he saw a lot of the cuts. He oversaw a lot of the cuts in
Right.
Disney, whereas like Bob Iger is kind of the typical Walt Disney guy. He's the creative guy. Like Iger did some pretty crazy things over his 15 years as CEO. He expanded on Disney's legacy, including the acquisition of Pixar, Marvel, Lucasfilm, and 21st Century Fox, and increased company's market capitalization fivefold during his 15 years as CEO. So, yeah, it's like bring back Iger, but that's the guy. Like maybe they're gonna go out and buy Warner Brothers or something.
Oh my god! And you know what's funny is like Iger was a part. He had to be a part of that decision because it was ultimately it was the board that decided that Iger needed to come back.
Mm-hmm.
Which him being the president of the board means that he was a part of that decision.
Well, he also, at least they say, handpicked Chapek. So Chapek was Iger's guy, and if Chapek wasn't cutting the mustard, maybe we need to pull back and rethink this. So
yeah,
they're resetting for the most part.
Yeah, and what's crazy is it doesn't really like if you look at their stock price, if you look at the achievements that they've even made during the pandemic, like they've done a lot of positive things as far as for a corporation goes. Like if you're looking at it at a corporate standpoint, maybe not in a good for the psyche of everybody in the world.
I mean, as like fans and Disney fans, like we look at Chapek and it's like Chapek, he cut a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, it's true.
He raised prices, in the parks. So it's like he got all the bad rap. He got all the bad rap.
That is true. That is something that he did do. They say he did raise the prices and he did change the season passes, which pissed off a lot of fans.
Right, exactly. So let's see what Iger can do. He's bringing the Disney magic back. Okay, back to some Hollywood being Hollywood news. This one's funny.
It's Hollywood gonna Hollywood.
Because Hollywood money is crazy. But so Fast X, the upcoming 10th film in the Universal Pictures Fast and the Furious franchise, is going off the rails.
Just let this franchise die.
Oh no, it's going down in flames, and it's all the money burning. So according to the Wrap, the budget for this movie, not Fast 11, which is said to be coming, but Fast 10, the budget has ballooned to $340 million. That is 70% more than reported $200 million budget for Fast 9.
Yeah, that's
nuts.
Insane. And that means that they have to make that budget back. It's the same thing where I just found out today. What was Avatar? The was it the Way of Water?
Way of Water, yeah.
Way of Water. Their budget is $2 billion.
No way.
Yeah, so they have to make $2 billion just to break even.
Wow. That's nuts.
So if they don't outsell the first movie, which the record that they hold was a course of 13 years.
That's nuts.
They have to basically break that in order to make the money back for that movie. And I know like their biggest market is China because China is what sells them a lot for this. So it's like, think about that, right? $340 million for this movie. They have to make that money in order to make this successful, which I think it'll make because people blindly go to these movies. I have not watched the Fast movie since Fast 5, which I know Tyler is not happy about that because he has all 9 of them and he's like, you need to watch them all.
He's like, come over now. I'm going to start with 6. We're going to just watch it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's yelling at his TV right now, like, Phil, I have the movies.
I'm halfway through Tokyo Drift right now. Let's come on over.
I have them. There's no excuse for you not to watch them. Yes, it's because I don't care about these flamboyant, overly actioned movies. And I do enjoy those kind of movies, but it's just it went from a car movie to now we fly cars in space.
Hey, I mean, they got to keep They got to get you talking, right? And it's working. So it's explained increased salaries for the series star Vin Diesel and the rest of the franchise ensemble cast, general increases in production costs caused by global inflation and changes to the pandemic testing requirements, mandated COVID-19 safety protocols that have fueled the increased budget. So I'm like, come on, it can't be that much. But look at the cast. So
Yeah.
Vin Diesel, Michelle Rodriguez, Tyrese Gibson, Ludacris, Sung Kang, Charlize Theron, right? That all
Mhm.
makes sense. Got it. And then they're adding Jason Momoa
Right.
and Brie Larson.
And you know they have to pay Charlize Theron extra for the bowl cut that she wears. So
Exactly. Like, here's an extra 10
there's
million.
probably
Sorry.
like an entire budget just for the bowl cut.
Sorry about that. Yeah, exactly.
Isn't John
They-
Cena in this movie again too? So that's another person that's about to, you know, like that they have to pay.
They bring in special bowls just for Charlize Theron.
And then Vin Diesel, I mean, you know, this is his 9th film in the franchise, right? Because he wasn't in Tokyo Drift. So like,
Yeah.
like 9 out of 10 movies, he's in 9 of them. Which, if you know how this whole process works, he gets an increase in his salary for every movie they make.
Yeah.
That's
Exactly.
why they couldn't afford Robert Downey Jr. anymore over at Disney.
Right. Exactly. So it's like once you hit 10 movies, that's huge. But
Yeah.
We'll see. All right. So still no plot details or a synopsis.
Oh yeah. Well, there's no. Well, wasn't there supposed to be 12 movies for this?
Synopsis.
I was gonna do it after
for
you
the-
answered that question.
For the next chapter of the story.
There's
They're
no
supposed-
synopsis.
This will be the first of 2 films that will bring the saga to an end.
Okay, so there's 11 films. Oh, I
11.
thought it was supposed to be 12, but yeah, it's supposed to be 11.
11 and a synopsis.
Synopsis.
There you go. Okay, let's keep going. All right, we're finally getting details on the new Indiana Jones movie. So we, some photos came out last year of Harrison Ford with some motion capture stuff
That's
on
right.
his outfit. So it's been confirmed that the movie's going to open up with Harrison Ford de-aged in the film digitally. And the opening sequence of the film will feature a younger version of Indiana Jones flashing back to the 1940s, like 1944. But the rest of the movie will take place like in the 60s.
In 1969. Yeah. No,
Yeah.
Okay, so here's the thing, right? I was just listening to Mark Bernardin, right? About talking about Indiana Jones and saying like, it's you don't believe that an 80-year-old man is, doing these flips and all these different stunts. And then you remember he's crashed 3 planes and survived. So it's like, he's a Brazilian guy. He probably could do all these stunts.
Right.
Imagine they're doing this where they're de-aging him by 25 years.
Yes.
So imagine with a combination of mocap and de-aging. I'm wondering if they're gonna smooth out his movements, because I feel like he's gonna be like, like broken hip walking. And, he's 25 years younger and he looks like he's like hobbling. What the hell's going on?
Didn't he break his leg on the last Star Wars movie he was in?
They dropped the Falcon on his foot.
They dropped the Falcon on him.
They dropped the Millennium Falcon on his foot.
Was
And
he
then-
frozen in carbonite? No.
And then the last Indiana Jones movie, it had nothing to do with the movie, recreationally flying his plane and crashed it.
He gets stabbed with a lightsaber. Nope. We dropped the Falcon on him.
He's just like, hold on, I've got a quote from his son here.
Yeah. Chewie didn't put in the hydraulic fuel and the door dropped on him. That's funny.
Resistance is dead. The war is over.
So I do have a snakes. Why did it have to be snakes opsis?
Snakes. Why did it have to be snakes? Synopsis.
The story is set in 1969, and Indiana Jones is living against the backdrop of the space race. But the American effort to beat the Russians to the moon brings with it some uncomfortable truths from Indy. Interesting. The film comes from producer Steven Spielberg and is also starring Mads Mikkelsen. Yes.
Damn it. Okay.
Indiana-
Russians to the moon.
To the moon, Alice.
No, we vowed that we would not support Steven Spielberg putting aliens in Indiana Jones again. What are the chances? Because they're going to the freaking moon. there's going to be
aliens
involved in this.
Oh, could be.
He's going to be an alien relic, and he's fighting the Russians to get an alien relic so that aliens don't invade Earth and destroy America because America.
Was Mads Mikkelsen an alien? No, he was a wizard. He's a wizard, Harry.
He's a wizard, Harry.
So Indiana Jones is expected to be swinging into theaters on June 30th, 2023. So we're like 6-7 months away.
I haven't had a chance to do this sound because I've done it every time we've done an Indiana Jones story, and I have to do it. Da, 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 da.
That's what we waited for. Okay. Oh, too bad I got more Indiana Jones.
Old man Indiana Jones. Old man Jones.
So speaking of Mads Mikkelsen, we got a couple new photos thanks to Empire Magazine from the set of Indiana Jones 5. So Mads, and we got some details. Mads Mikkelsen plays the villainous character of the story, Voller, who is inspired partially by real-life Nazi turned NASA engineer Werner von Braun.
So they're making Werner von Braun the bad guy. That's kind of funny.
Yeah, exactly.
It's because a lot of people don't realize that Werner von Braun, yes, he essentially created the Apollo 11 or like the Apollo program, and he's the reason that we went to the moon. He was also a Nazi.
Hopefully former. You know what I mean?
Well, he was a former Nazi, but he was a Nazi nonetheless.
Okay, so the film is said to blend fact, fiction, and fedoras and fascists, including a major action set piece set in the Apollo 11 ticker tape parade in New York, thrown to celebrate the astronauts on August 13th, 1969. Interesting.
There's a bromance going on in the chat right now. Forrest popped into the chat, and Forrest and Graveyard are bromancing in our chat right now, and it is amazing, and I love it. I'm all for it.
There's a lot of beards in the chat right now. It's getting a little uncomfortable, getting a little itchy in the chat.
Oh my god! All right, hold on. Graveyard had the greatest comment in existence. So with us being bearded brothers, does that make Aubrey my sis-in-law by beard?
Oh, beard jokes. That's good.
They're the greatest. All right, let's get back to the show.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Speaking, we got more Indiana Jones news. This is my third Indiana Jones story.
Third Indiana Jones story?
You want to do your sound effect?
Da, 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 da.
Oh my goodness. There's a new photo from Empire that offers the first look at the mysterious new character played by Phoebe Waller-Bridge. Interesting. The new character is named Helena, and she plays a pivotal part in Harrison Ford's final epic adventure. In the case you're wondering, and I'm wondering, her relationship with Indy, she's the goddaughter of Indiana Jones. It makes me wonder, like, whose daughter is she? You know, like if he's the goddaughter or godfather, who's who's their actual dad? Is it I'm trying to think of his friends in the movies.
Yeah, yeah.
Is it that one dude that's on the Indiana Jones ride? What's that dude's name?
Oh, it'll come to me later. No, you know what's funny is what are the chances we get Mutt back?
I hope we know. Oh, Sala. Sala is his name. Sala. Is his name.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's right. Voiced by John Rhys Davies. I hope we don't get Mutt back.
What what if we get Mutt, but it's recast and it's like an adult Mutt?
And who would you play? Who would you want to be an adult Mutt? If it's like Brad Pitt, like okay, maybe.
I said Chris Pine.
No.
You don't
Not
think Chris Pine is an adult Mutt that like, you know, now he's not like the bad boy and he became an archaeologist like his dad?
No, I only see Captain Kirk when I see Chris Pine. So no, absolutely not. I'm not down. Anyway, back to it. So Waller Bridge is playing a character, Helena, goddaughter of Indiana. She's a mysterious and a wonder, says James Mangold. She's slippery, charming, the girl next door, but a grifter. Ooh, interesting. So we'll see who she is.
Ford himself described her as a pioneer in ethical accounting.
Pioneer in ethical accounting? Yeah, I don't know what that means.
I don't understand that at all.
Yeah, I don't know. But I bet this is the reason why he gets mixed up with it. Like he has to go save her or something like that, or she's involved and he's like, I gotta do something and help her. So that may be the emotional tie to all this. Could be her. So Indiana.
Yeah, I just thought of something. I just thought of something right now. What if at the beginning of the movie, because you know this is only supposed to be like a couple years later, that like at the very beginning they go like they mention Mutt and he's like, yeah, no, Mutt's dead. He died in a horrific motorcycle oil accident.
Yeah, exactly. His last words were, "Do it,
do it."
All right, let's get away from this. Indiana Jones 5 is expected to be whipping into theaters June 30th, 2023.
Oh, did you want me to do it again?
Yeah, do it again.
Dun, 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 dun.
We're going to milk that joke. Going to milk it. All right, and it wouldn't be the download on Distance Nerding without some MCU news. This is actually a little bit of good news. So, Marvel Studios has found a new director for its Blade movie.
Oh, thank God.
I know, right? Like, I was a little worried about this for a minute. The film, of course, was originally supposed to be directed by Bassam Tariq. He and Marvel ended up parting ways, not knowing what's going on, like right before production was about to start. Couple months later, let's see, the film will now be helmed by Jan Demange. Say it for me.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on. I was reading something that he said here. Jan Demange. Yeah.
Jan Demange, who directed 71, White Boy Rick, and some episodes of Lovecraft Country.
And not just any episode of Lovecraft Country, the pilot.
Dude, yeah, exactly. So good. And then Michael Starbury is still writing the new script for Blade.
Which is like, you know, they were trying to go the route of we need to have a female writer. But I mean, I guess, again, from what I heard of the script, it like had no action in it. Which is kind of a problem with a Blade movie. Like, you don't want to go see Blade and there's no action whatsoever.
Yeah, you have to have action. Yeah, you have to have a little bit of action. Got to keep it interesting.
Right.
I think that's why I'm not feeling Andor as much as I want to be feeling Andor. But let's not talk about that right now.
Okay, I hear you.
Let's see. Mahershala Ali is still set to star in the movie. Kevin Feige, of course, is producing it. They said it's going to have a darker tone than other MCU projects, and I think that's what they're doing is they're leaning into the potential darker, more adult tones. that Marvel's going with. So okay, yeah, I'm down. I'm down. So due to a couple hiccups in production, like losing your director, Marvel had to rearrange the release schedule, and Blade will now hit theaters on September 6th, 2024.
Okay.
Not too bad. Not too
It's
bad.
not too far away. I mean, we have to wait like extra couple of months, but well, not even a couple months, like a year.
Yeah, I think it was supposed to be out like September of 2023.
Right.
So yeah, a year.
But I mean, like they're basically doing the entire story from scratch. Like I want something dark. Like I would prefer this to be in the vein of the original Blade, because the original Blade movies were done extremely well. So it's just kind of like, you don't want to lose kind of what saved Marvel films.
Sorry, I was just reading in the comments while you were
He's
talking.
my husband.
Husbeard. That's funny.
Robots.
Robots?
Robots.
What are we talking about? Robots? Call back joke. Okay. Keep going.
Practice? You're talking about practice?
Here's an interesting one. Okay. This may have some emotions involved, but hey Sony, with great power comes great responsibility. So news broke that Sony and Amazon Studios are partnering to produce a set of projects in a live action Spider-Man TV universe. And the first one they have on deck will be Silk Spider Society.
Yeah.
That's what you have to say. Sony, Amazon Studios partnering together. Spider-Man universe, live action, Silk Spider Society is the first one, and the only thing you can say is
Yeah. Okay, Silk is a great character. I'm gonna give you that. I mean, she's the first superhero. Well, she's the first spider hero of Korean descent. She is again a female character. She gets bitten by the same spider that bits Peter, so she gets very similar powers. Silk is a cool character, but the thing is again, Sony just
yeah. Yeah.
Sony, they don't have their finger on the pulse. What they're trying to do is just make money rather than making good films, and they're just putting films out there because it's like we need to cash in on this Spider-Man stuff. We can do this. We can do all this, and it's like nobody wants a Spider-Man universe without Spider-Man.
Yes, the big question comes up is like, how does this tie in? Because it's supposed to be part of the Spider-Man universe, but like, does that include Venom? Does that include Morbius? Does that include, Madam Web that's coming up? Does it include Craven? Like,
Craven the Hunter, yeah.
It's all right there. Like, we don't know if this is all connected, not connected, different universe. I don't know what's happening.
And like the big thing is they're gonna have all these characters in, like I guarantee you, because now they're starting to introduce these other characters. They're starting to do, okay, here's Silk, right? They're gonna make Silk their primary Spider-Man because that's the only one that they have to play with right now.
Mm-hmm. And cheaper than Tom Holland. Yes.
It's gonna be way cheaper than Tom Holland, even though Tom Holland just signed a contract for 3 more movies, right?
Right.
But I mean, like, I'm just like Sony. They have no patience.
Yeah, they're like, money now.
That's the whole thing, is that they're just like, we need to make money off of Spider-Man. We have this contract, and it's like, if you guys would just like chill out and let Feige kind of like build a roadmap for you guys,
Mm-hmm.
and instead of you guys just putting out these Spider-Man films that are not getting good reception.
And Feige could probably do it like over lunch on the back of a napkin. Like, okay, here it is. Here's your roadmap. Go. Just go do this for the next 6 to 8 years. That's your Spider-Man universe. And then we'll borrow Peter Parker every now and again. Cool? Cool. go make it happen. But we'll see. So
And then the other thing is like, they're not bringing in people who have their finger on the pulse of Spider-Man.
yeah, true.
Like you have Phil Lord and Chris Miller as like producers, but they're not writing. Like they're not in here doing things that are actual creative decisions. Their names are just on it. They're producers essentially, and it's like you guys aren't bringing in. You're bringing in people who know how to make money, and that's not what you need for this kind of universe. You need to bring in people who actually enjoy the characters. It's the whole thing why James Gunn is at DC right now, and he's building a roadmap and he's setting things up to make DC good. I was gonna say to rival Marvel, but it's not. It's not. It may not get there, right? But it's gonna be in a position where it's watchable and you can have a DC universe that people will want to go watch and love.
I know. What are they gonna do? We'll see. But you know what's funny? That's not even the most confusing part of this story.
Oh God.
Let me try to untangle this web for you.
Okay. I'm gonna get the chance. Again, I try to be positive. Sony keeps letting me down, so that's kind of like why I'm so depressed about this right now.
So keep in mind, it's Sony and Amazon Studios, right? So that's the partnership that's happening. Disney's not involved in this at all. So the distribution model kind of comes into question because you got to remember, Sony doesn't have an online platform, right? They don't have Disney Plus, they don't have HBO Max, they don't have Paramount Plus, right? Sony's kind of its own thing, so they've partnered with Amazon to help distribute this content. So the deal is a culmination of a complex web of rights that meant that the Silk series will debut first on linear network, in this case MGM Plus. What? What's an MGM Plus? Currently, that is known as Epix, which is set to be relaunched in January as MGM Plus.
Okay, wait. So Amazon, because Amazon owns MGM now, Amazon has a separate network for MGM?
Yeah. Well, right now it's Epix, right? It's called Epix. It's out there right now.
Epix, I know, because that's where the Pennyworth show was on.
Exactly. So that is going to get rebranded as MGM Plus. So it's like their cable model or cable distribution. Think of it that way. That's Epix. That's going to be MGM Plus.
That is smarter branding because people are more familiar with MGM than they are Epix.
Right. But that's the first initial debut of where this Silk, Silk Spider Society is going to be, is on that platform, MGM Plus. And I don't know if that's going to be still on cable or if it's going to be separate or what. Because right now Epix you can just get with your cable package. I don't know if they have a separate thing, but we'll see. Right. We'll see. So that's happening in January, that it's going to be rebranded to MGM Plus. And then it'll go to Amazon Prime streaming service in the States and everywhere else. So it'll be first on MGM Plus, this new thing, and then it's going to go to Amazon Prime. Oh my gosh.
I don't understand why Sony just won't give in and just let Disney do their thing with these characters. It's like, I get it. Doing a deal with Amazon means that they get creative control over everything and they can do whatever they want. But your guys' creativity sucks.
Yeah, that's true. I know.
Aside from the Spider-Verse movies, everything Spider-Man at Sony is terrible. It's almost like they're making a mockery of the characters.
So the glass half full of this is part of her recently signed multi-year overall television deal. Angela Kang will serve as showrunner. Kang developed the series with Academy Award-winning Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse producers Phil Lord and Christopher Miller and Amy Pascal, who will serve as executive producers. So
Phil Lord and Chris Miller are involved in it, but again, like to what extent? Yes, it was developed, but how do we know when they say developed, it wasn't like Phil Lord and Chris Miller were in the middle of writing Beyond the Spider-Verse, which is the third movie that they're working on right now?
you know what makes me think, like, yeah, Silk will be in that movie, and then we'll get like a live action version of that Silk.
Right. That's kind of what I'm thinking is like they go, oh, it'd be cool if you guys did a show on Silk. And that's all their actual
that and they get creative contribution. They get credits.
Yeah, because you saw who's gonna be in the second one, right?
Who?
Spider-Punk.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm hell of excited about that. Spider-Punk is a badass character, man.
Yeah, that'll be fun. So MGM Plus will be the new network channel name of what is currently Epix, MGM's premier service cable channel, and is like an a la carte digital channel add-on.
How does that even mean? Oh, okay.
I don't know. It's pretty much just
something you can add on to your service. Okay,
exactly. So that's all going down January 15th, 2023. And it's weird that this is the first we're hearing about MGM Plus is this story.
God, this is so dumb.
So bad.
This is exactly that.
So bad.
It really pisses me off to no end.
So nuts. Okay, so we'll see what happens with that. But let's move on. Let's get to some wrestling news.
Please move on.
Please.
I don't want to talk about Sony anymore.
Okay.
Ruining my dreams and ruining my Spider-Man love.
Well, here's one. Here's a little bit of a dream come true in WWE world. So the Forbidden Door is slowly opening. We still got Jester G in the chat, STS Wrestling. If he's still around, he might want to chime in on this one. So
let me summon him real quick.
What?
There it is. So the backstory. We got to do a little bit of backstory on this Forbidden Door.
What?
WWE never playing nice with other promotions, but now they're going to play nice. So WWE's Carl Anderson just returned to WWE. He's been in New Japan Pro Wrestling. He's actually the New Japan Never Open Weight Champion right now. So there's a big hullabaloo because they wanted him to defend his title in New Japan, but it was the same day that Crown Jewel was happening, in Saudi Arabia. So he's like, yeah, I'm signed with WWE now and they pay me, and Crown Jewel and the Saudis are paying WWE a ton of money, so I'm gonna go over there. Thanks. So I guess it was a little bit of beef, back and forth between New Japan and WWE. I guess that's all worked out because New Japan is going to have Carl Anderson defend his championship at their next event. So it's kind of cool that we're actually getting an actual WWE wrestler going over to another promotion to defend a championship.
Yeah. I mean, again, this was only going to happen under Paul Levesque. Like there's nobody else in the WWE sphere that was going to allow this to happen. Like you look at some of the former guys from WWE, like especially like former creatives, and they're already complaining about how Triple H only appeals and only does things for the hardcore fans, but not for the casuals. And it's like, what does that matter, man? The casuals, all you're gonna do is just pull the casuals into more wrestling. I mean, that's kind of what WWE used to do. I told you I was gonna summon him.
Jesus,
I looked over at the chat. Trust me, I'm here. What?
We're talking WWE. We're talking Carl Anderson. We're talking New Japan.
I told you, man. All I have to do is summon him.
What?
Oh, that's funny.
And he came in. I love you, man.
John Cena.
That's funny. Good old Jester G. chiming in with the jokes. So check this out. So again, WWE has never really played nice promoting or working with another promotion. So this is what Gunn tweeted out or posted. On behalf of Machine Gun Enterprises, which his nickname is Machine Gun,
Right.
on behalf of the Bullet Club, which he went back and joined the Bullet Club in New Japan, on the behalf of, let's be honest, we're full-blown WWE guys, on behalf of Monday Night Raw's OC, as promised, I'm looking at the dates, December 14th, Machine Gun, Carl Anderson, along with his heater, the big LG, Luke Gallows, we're coming to Japan. And he's going to be defending his New Japan Pro Wrestling Never Open Weight Championship. Pretty cool. I'm kind of down with this.
This is great news.
Yeah, and it's like 2 weeks away, 3 weeks away.
Yeah, because I mean, again, this was something that we never thought we were going to see in WWE. At least under Vince's rule, you were never going to see cross promotion like this.
I think this is such a good move for WWE because it shows that they're willing to play ball with other promotions, and other promotions are going to want to play ball with them. Because if you look over at AEW, it's nonstop other wrestling promotions that are getting the rub, like Ring of Honor, and
Look at Impact. Like Impact has they're firmly dug into AEW, like, and you see people defending Impact championships on AEW, and like it's amazing.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, they kind of have a thing with Ring of Honor because Tony Khan kind of owns both. But that being said, it's like you're right. They play nice with New Japan. They play nice with Impact Wrestling and a bunch of other promotions. So it's smart for WWE to be like, yeah, we're open to it. Who wants some of our, industry leading rub? Come get some.
What would be dope is if we got like say Ricochet goes and wrestles somebody from Lucha Underground.
Exactly.
Oh, that would be so dope, dude.
Exactly.
Or
Well,
we get Shinsuke Nakamura back in New Japan.
Well, he's doing that. I forgot the promotion's name, but he's doing it on January 1st, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna go wrestle. The Great Muta is on a farewell tour, remember?
Right,
and
right.
He's gonna go wrestle.
Let's see, like
the Great Muta.
That being because that's like a legendary thing. It's kind of like when Vince would let Chris Jericho go and do like the wrestle cruise and do like all kinds of different things, right? Like I think what's more along the lines is actually seeing Shinsuke Nakamura do have actual bouts in New Japan Pro Wrestling, and we actually get to see him do some strong style. Because we really haven't seen him do strong style in WWE,
right?
Like
exactly.
And what would be dope is like, what if? And this is just an idea. Like, what if with these new things that are going on and them cross promoting and whatnot, like in the middle of Raw, they broadcast that match.
Oh, that'd be kind of interesting.
Right. So like the next match that comes up and it's like, hey, over the weekend, Shinsuke Nakamura fought the Great Muta, right? And they put that on Raw and you get to watch that episode. And it's like, or you get to watch that match and it's like, WWE camera crews. So you have that same video quality.
Yeah. Yeah, it would definitely lend some production value to these other promotions. So
right.
Maybe we'll see New Japan in a couple weeks down at LA Comic-Con. I mean, that's where I saw some like Danny Limelight. He was down there. So it'll be kind of cool. Check him out. Anyway, so I'm excited. I'm excited for this. Who knows what's going to happen.
I'll be sure to bring my New Japan Bullet Club shirt.
There you go. I like it. Okay, let's wrap this up with some gaming news.
Yeah.
And this is some good gaming news for once. This is good. So beginning November 24th, Epic Games, the Epic Games Store, will be giving away Star Wars Squadrons on PC for free. So typically, Squadrons retails for $39.99 on PC.
Right.
So it's kind of a big deal, right? You get a free Star Wars game.
Yeah. It's
It's not-
it's
It's not
part,
even that old.
it's a part of Game Pass because EA has a deal with Game Pass, and you get like I forgot what the thing was, but like EA has like a subscription service, and you get that as a part of Game Pass. So like all those EA games end up on Game Pass like day one.
But you got to be part of their subscription service.
I mean, technically, you have to do the same thing with Epic Games.
All right. Well, I mean, the game's not that old. It's only like 2020, I think I saw that it was released. So
I haven't played this one yet, man.
2-year-old game,
I've heard it's good.
but it's only for PC for free. So do you have?
Oh, I have
Do you-
Game Pass.
Okay, so this will be available to you on Xbox.
Yeah, well, it already is available on Xbox. Game Pass. If you have Game Pass Ultimate, it's the Game Pass, but it also comes with what's it called? It also comes with your monthly subscription for Xbox Live. I think it's
Got
like $10 a month, but then you get unlimited games, and as long as your hard drive can fit it, and you get the Game Pass paid for, and then on top of that, you get cloud service for free. So like I can go and like all I have to do is leave my Xbox on. I can take an iPad and I can play any of my games anywhere.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
I just don't have an iPad fast enough to actually work on it.
That's what you need to do for Black Friday. Get yourself a new iPad.
Yeah, I know, right?
One less, porterhouse steak, and you could have had yourself an iPad. So
That definitely wasn't a porterhouse steak. What we got?
deep fried mushrooms or whatever you got.
God, those mushrooms were so good. If you don't know what we're talking about, guys, head over to the Distance Nerdings and post and look at the post from that I posted for Jackie's birthday. I got these things called portobello fries. I'm about to nerd out on food for a second. Portobello fries. They were sliced portobello mushrooms, deep fried. And the type of like batter that they use doesn't retain oil, so it wasn't like oily. Right. And I had this like craving for calamari. We ended up getting those portobello fries, and it satiated that craving for calamari. It was so good, dude.
Is it on our Instagram? I'm looking.
I don't know if I put it on our Instagram. It's in the Facebook, it's in our Facebook group.
Oh, why didn't you put it on Instagram?
Because I was doing a happy birthday post for Jackie in the Nerdington post too.
Got it. Yeah, Echo and Rig, solid.
Yes.
Anyway.
You were one of the people that recommended me to go there, and I 100% am happy that we went.
Yes, solid. Okay, I have a Star Wars Squadopsis.
Oh no! Star Wars Squadopsis synopsis.
Master the art of starfighter combat in the authentic piloting experience, Star Wars Squadrons. How do we know it's authentic? Nobody's piloted a X-wing before. Buckle up and feel the adrenaline of this first-person multiplayer space dogfights alongside your squadron. Pilots who enlist will step into the cockpit of starfighters from both the New Republic and the Imperial fleets and fight in strategic 5-on-5 space battles. Ooh, that's kind of cool. 5-on-5?
Yeah.
Interesting. Modify your starfighter, adjust the composition of your squadron to suit varying playstyles, and crush the opposition. Pilots will triumph as the team and complete tactical objectives across known and never before seen battlefields, including the gas giant of Yavin Prime and the shattered moon of Gallatin, which I've never heard of. Oh, okay. I'm kind of down.
These are like a lot of these are places that have been like mentioned in books and whatnot, but I haven't actually seen. So it's like kind of cool that they're doing all that. It's basically, I don't know if you ever played Ace Combat.
Nope.
Or Microsoft Simulator.
Yep. Yes, I have.
It's basically Microsoft Simulator, but Star Wars.
Okay, I'm down. Sounds good. But check this out. So the deal is set to last let's see, the 24th until the following week of December 1st. But those who add the game to their Epic Games Store library will own it forever.
Forever. Guys,
Pretty cool. All right.
What that means is go to the Epic Store right now and download it. If you are listening to this in the future, past December 1st, I'm sorry. That was your fault for not going.
It's your fault for not listening sooner.
You should have listened to the episode sooner, and you should have went to the Epic Store. You should have used your hindsight and your telepathy and known to go to the Epic Store and download the game for free.
For free, and that's all the news. That's all the news I got.
But we have a rumor, don't we?
We do have a rumor.
All right, well, let's get that going.
With me?
I want to talk some rumors with you.
All right. One rumor on deck. DC, a couple weeks ago, it was exciting. Henry Cavill will be back as Superman. Everybody's excited. Yay. But not everything is looking red and blue in the DC universe. So according to the Wrap, as of right now, there is no concrete deal in place for Cavill to return as the Man of Steel. And no writers or directors are attached to the film or the script to bring back the Man of Steel. And they went on to say that there's no forward momentum on the project.
Now this is from the Wrap.
The Wrap, which is interesting because, right, as you know, DC Studios co-CEOs James Gunn, Peter Safran have been figuring out their plans for the future of DC Cinematic Universe, and there's a chance those plans may not include Cavill's version of Superman.
I don't.
Interesting.
Before we get into that last piece right here, I've got it because it's already on my head. My tacos are not on the table on this one.
Not on the table.
No,
he's coming back.
Here's the thing: is Cavill has made a big deal about him coming back. He's mentioned that they actually do have movies in development, and that he was signing for a 3-film deal. So I mean, like, he literally left The Witcher because he has commitment.
Literally left The Witcher.
Like he's not playing The Witcher anymore because he has commitments for Superman. So I mean, like, my tacos are not on the table. I don't know. See, I'm wondering if the information that the Wrap has is a rumor itself, and that they're getting something from somebody who is close to the camp, or they're just making shit up. Just to kind of like have somebody look at their story.
Right. Or like maybe it's just too soon. Maybe it's just too soon for them to have anything on what the next plans are. And plus you got to remember, what do they say? Gunn has confirmed that they will reveal this, what is it? 8 to 10 year plan for Warner Brothers and Discovery, or to Warner Brothers and Discovery, in the next 2 months. So what does that mean? That map that him and Safran have been working on, that's going to span 8 to 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to present that to Warner Brothers in like 2 months from now. So we're still a ways away from this map for DC being the actual map for DC.
Yeah. Like I said, I don't think that I don't think that Henry Cavill would start leaving franchises if there wasn't a plan for him to be Superman. And it was kind of like him coming back as Superman in Black Adam. Spoilers.
What?
It's not really spoilers because that's been news all over the internet for like the last 2 weeks. But, but like, him him coming back in Black Adam as Superman, you know, like the only thing that they said that there wasn't a plan for was when Superman and Black Adam are gonna fight.
Right.
But you know, they said already, like again, Cavill said that he literally in an interview with Variety said that the reason that he left The Witcher was because he's got commitments for with DC with the news that he's going to be Superman again.
Right.
I don't
It
think
makes sense. It makes
right.
sense.
Like, I don't think that Gunn and Safran would like. I think they would have told him, "Hey, we don't have plans for you, so don't leave your franchises." You know what I mean?
Right.
You know, so like that's the whole thing is I don't think that that's what's happening. You know, I think that there is plans. There may not be a direct Man of Steel movie, but I'm sure he's going to be in different things. He's going to show up, especially with James Gunn's style, where just characters randomly show up in his projects. Right? Like we literally got Jason Momoa in Peacemaker, just
Right.
random, right? I'm sure we're going to see.
We didn't get Henry Cavill though.
Well, but I'm saying I'm sure we're gonna get Henry Cavill in different properties.
Right.
I'm sure we're gonna see like cameos, or they're gonna play a Hulk, and he's just gonna be a side character in another character's movie.
Yeah. I think my tacos are off the table on this one too.
Yeah.
You're right. Like he quit The Witcher or stepped away from The Witcher. They've made big announcements. I don't think they're going to go the path of Lucasfilm and Star Wars and announce a bunch of things before they're solidified. So
yeah, I mean it would be dumb for him to leave Geralt of Rivia just on a rumor. You know what I mean?
Right. I totally agree.
Especially
my tacos are off the table on that.
Especially with his level of nerd.
Uh-huh.
You know, like, dude, he read the books 3 times just to get ready for that character. You know, famously, this dude almost wasn't Superman because he was playing World of Warcraft. Like, Henry Cavill is not there's a rumor I'm going to be Superman, so I'm going to quit Geralt of Rivia.
Hey, we're done. Tacos are off the table. Can we go back to talking about your dinner?
I just noticed that you put that on the I did not notice that.
Look at the visuals. Henry Cavill's not on the screen anymore. We're talking about your drinks. All right.
All right.
We're
Do you want me to describe what this deliciousness is?
Well, hold on. Let's run through it. We'll come back. So we have some delicious drinks. We have some delicious warm bread with some nice chilled butter.
Oh my god. Okay, dude, that bread. Oh,
so good.
So good. It's house-made sourdough. It was so good.
Yeah, it's really good. There's your
yes.
Portobello truffle fries. What were they?
It's portobello fries. So basically it's deep fried slices of portobello mushroom, and then that is a basil aioli.
Nice.
Which was really good, man. And then what Jackie has in the background right there is it's like a charred cabbage, almost like a wedge salad that has bacon on the top of it.
And blue cheese. And pickled onion. A little happy birthday.
So that if you guys are unfamiliar with celebration cake from Cheesecake Factory, you need to try it. You can get a slice of it. You can go to Cheesecake Factory. You can get a slice of it.
Did you bring this? Is that what it?
I went and got that. So there's a story behind that. That's just long story short. There was a point in time where Jackie was not feeling good and was a little sad when we first moved out here. And the only thing that brought her happiness was if I went to Cheesecake Factory and I got her a slice of the celebration cake.
Aww.
So I went and got her a celebration cake for her birthday.
Oh, look at you.
Now, the other thing that's on the screen that's on the left side right
sentimental, sappy son of a bitch. You got me. I'm feeling a little verklempt.
Right. The thing on the left side right there. What's funny is I made that the cake I made a surprise. So she didn't know I got it. I dropped it off at the restaurant earlier in the day so that they could bring it out to her. And I had to tell the waiter because I had to tell him, hey, I got something in the fridge, and he goes, oh, okay, yeah, I'll go check on that, but then I have a surprise myself for you guys, right? And I'm like, okay. He brings us out that thing that's on the left, and that thing was amazing. And Jackie, before the cake even came out, Jackie was like, I would have been happy with just this. And it was good. Homemade vanilla ice cream, 2 scoops of homemade vanilla ice cream.
Okay.
With, I think he said it was like premium caramel, so they didn't make the caramel there, but he said it was like a premium caramel. But house made peanut brittle over that.
Oh, very nice.
Oh, freaking good, man. So we got that, and then the celebration cake. And that's that. Now back to the drinks.
Yeah, before you get into it, looks like this is Jackie's perspective, and looks like she has like a lemon drop or something.
No, it's my perspective, and that's my drink.
Oh, I was gonna say, what's the foo drinks you got going on there, young Phil? This is not this is not a Dubby. This is not a Steve Weiser.
It's not an old fashioned, which is what I normally drink.
It's not an old fashioned. It's very foo.
So they had an old fashioned, right? But the waiter was like, "You have to try this drink." I'm not normally a vodka drinker, but the drink it was amazing. It was really good, right? So before I get into mine, which is the one on the front, the one in the background right there, what Jackie got was a pisco sour.
Mm-hmm.
Get off those carbs.
Forrest chiming in. He's slapping food out of your hands.
Forrest, I don't normally go in on the carbs, but I have to treat myself every now and then. And when we go out like this, I go in. So the drink that I have is a passion fruit, lychee, lemon, and vodka drink. And it was so good. You know, it was called The Pig and the Lady.
Oh, I guess we know which one you are.
I'm definitely the lady.
Exactly. Okay. All right. I was going to call you out on your foo drink, but you are embracing your foo drink. So
absolutely, man. Yeah, no, it was good, man. And then what you don't see on there, I didn't get a chance to take a picture of it. So, you know, those of you who are listening to the episode, if you want to get look at the pictures, head over to the Distance Nerdings and post on Facebook. And the pictures are posted there with a nice little message for Jackie's birthday. But the thing that I don't have a picture of was the steaks that we got. All right. So I got an American Kobe beef. With that had a like a mushroom remoulade over it, right? That was really good. And what's crazy, I didn't expect this. It came with a stuffed mushroom and house-made potato chips, and they were so bomb.
Yep, so bomb that even Graveyard would like these potato chips.
Oh yeah, no, dude, Graveyard. I'm telling you right now. I know you're not a potato guy, but they were amazing.
And you know, it was a pretty cheap meal, right? So you know, like
definitely not
pretty affordable. Nope,
it's way more expensive than I ever wanted to pay, but it was worth it for the experience for Jackie's birthday.
Exactly, do it all for the Jackie.
It probably set me back, like you know, like at least a year worth of salary because of the expense of that dinner. She got a Wagyu beef that
beef.
Yeah, Wagyu. Is it Wagyu?
Wagyu.
Yeah. But it was marinated Korean style. So it was like a little sweet, right? I didn't really taste the sweetness because the other cool thing about the steaks at this restaurant is they're cooked over a open fire grill.
Yeah.
So there's charring on the steak, and it's like, oh my god, this is so good.
It is legit. It's right across from the new arena. So the golden one, it's like literally across the walkway. So good. Great place to go in Sacramento.
I was going to say for anybody that comes to Sacramento and comes out to this area, if you're looking to have like a really nice experience at at damn near a 5-star restaurant. It wasn't, I don't think it was 5 stars, but I mean, like, you know, at a restaurant that's like of that caliber. Yeah, and bring some money.
Yeah. Echo and Rig is nice.
Echo and Rig. Yeah, Echo and Rig. It's only the second location, and the original location is in Las Vegas.
Exactly. So 4 is maybe when you're out here next year, we can go to Echo and Rig and check it out. But before then, before you spend all your money, and you still have money,
Before you do
And-
it.
and-
Okay, go.
and before Black Friday, we got merch, people.
We got merch, people.
Come get some of that distance nerding merch. Hats are $35, 30 if you want to get welcome hats.
He said
You can
merch
get-
again. I had to do it.
You can get Baller Black like Young Phil there, or you can get Galaxy Gray like
Yes,
me.
sir.
We got hat merch. We got t-shirt merch. So if you want a t-shirt, we got our t-shirts. They're $20 each or $25 if we have to ship it to you. If you want both a hat and a shirt, we'll work out a deal for you. The best thing to do, DM us on Instagram at Distance Nerding. Let us know, hey, I'm interested in this color hat and this size shirt, and we'll get it all situated for you. We'll get you a sticker pack and get you taken care of, get you taken care of, get your friends taken care of, right in time for the holidays.
Yes, sir. Get ready for it, guys. We are ready, having all the fun because the merch that we got is badass. And just remember, guys, if you want stickers, I send those out for free. You just got to let me know you want stickers. I'm going to send you some stickers.
I like it.
Mm-hmm.
We got merch, people. Look at
You want me to do it again? You want me to do it again? I know he wants me to do it again. We got merch, people.
maybe Forza is going to make you a sound font for your saber of you just going burr, 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 burr.
That would be hilarious of just me going.
That-
"Burr, burr, 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 burr."
So again, hats, shirts, stickers. If you want them, DM us and let us know you're interested. We'll try to bring some to LA Comic Con, but we're going to be really busy
Yeah.
during LA Comic Con. But if you see us there, mention like, hey, I would love to get a shirt or a hat. Maybe we'll just work it out and like bring some down. Stickers, we'll bring some stickers. We'll bring some cards. So if you're in at LA Comic Con, come hang out, come find us. We'll be all over the exhibit floor. Yay.
Yay. Catch us while we're there. Or again, guys, we might be doing some interviews down there. So, come and check us out while we're doing these live interviews. It's going to be fun.
Oh yeah. Our schedule is a little crazy because of
Holidays.
holidays and whatnot, but
But our normal schedule. Let's tell everybody what our normal schedule is. So, ladies and gentlemen,
do the thing.
on Mondays, if you are a gamer, if you love games, if you love watching video games or just participating and talking smack, because James sure does.
I do.
Game streams from 12 to 4 on Mondays. I'm playing Cyberpunk 2077. But random streams during the week, I'll be playing Gotham Knights. I'll be playing Modern Warfare. I see what you're doing. It's in the side. I play
Visual jokes.
I'm
That's
going to
good.
start with the Modern Warfare campaign pretty soon. But I mean, Cyberpunk's been getting really, really heated, and I've been jumping into that more and more often. I think I'm on the final mission because when I went to go start the next mission, it said, "Are you sure you want to start the mission? Because if you start this, you can't finish any of your side missions, because until the end of the storyline." I'm like, "Oh wow, okay." So it looks like I'm going to go and finish the rest of my missions. But yeah, guys, catch me on the game streams from 12 to 4 on Mondays. Now, Tuesdays is the show you're watching right now. The download from 6:30 to 8:30. Obviously, you can see it if you came late in the show and you don't know what it is that we do. We talk news, we talk rumors, we do reviews. Next week, ladies and gentlemen, bringing on a guest. And we are going to be doing a review of Andor. Now, the thing that we're doing that's out of the norm for us, we normally wait a week to 2 weeks to do a review on a show after it's wrapped. But because of how fresh it is and because of the guests we're bringing on, we're going right into the review a week after the show airs. So be ready for that, guys. Next week will be because the season finale is tomorrow. We will be talking Andor next week.
Is it? Oh, it is tomorrow. Is it at midnight tonight or is it midnight tomorrow?
I think it's midnight tonight.
Oh, I might have to wake up a little bit early. Watch it.
Yeah. Now, guys, Thursdays we have The Build from 6 to 8 p.m. That's our normal schedule. Now, of course, it's Thanksgiving this Thursday, so we're not going to do a build this Thursday.
Oh, come on. Build a
Which
turkey.
Which actually, you know, what's funny is I looked over at R2 because it's like a half build R2. And I got a little depressed when I realized I'm not doing a show this week.
Oh, poor little.
Because I was like,
Poor
oh,
little
wait, I'm not
R2.
doing R2. He's going to be sitting there. Damn it.
Aw.
But I mean, again, Thursdays, guys, we do The Build. If you're unfamiliar, if you've never watched The Build before, what we do on The Build, I build Lego on stream. We interview celebrities and guests and people of note, because everyone we talk to, whether they're an artist or a local merchant or something like that, everybody's of worth when they come on the show.
And they're all our friends.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Yeah, and we love it, right? So that, and then depending on the show and what we're doing and who we're interviewing, we do brackets. And the brackets are fun. If you're unfamiliar with what a bracket is, if you've ever seen like a March Madness tournament bracket, or if you've ever seen just tournament brackets in general, it's like that, but with nerdy stuff, guys. We do best Disney princess, or we've done just recently, we did or we're still working on the best Thanksgiving side, which James is pulling for Lumpia.
Hashtag pre-moist maker. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, right. And then of course, like, you know, yeah, everybody's been fighting over trying to keep the ingredients for the moist maker. So so that's what we do, guys. Come and check us out on Twitch and YouTube. Hang out. What we do anytime we broadcast live, we're on Twitch and YouTube, except for the Monday streams. Those are only on Twitch. So yeah, guys, come and hang out with us. Have some fun, because I'm sure having a bunch of fun. James is having a bunch of fun. Come on and have fun with us, guys.
Yeah. So Mondays, game streams. Tuesdays, the download. Thursdays, the build. And then if that's not enough nerdiness for you, go check out Kyber Cave Productions on YouTube. And what is it? Fridays is Kyber Cave After Dark. Sundays is Saber Rattle, which they always have cool lightsaber, you know, flow for the shows and guests, and it's awesome. I think Gary Ripper is going to be on next couple weeks, so that's awesome. From Ripper Blades, super cool. And then on top of that, our boys in the chat, Graveyard and Fours, doing game streams all over the place with Aubrey and Mezzo.
Well, they do them on Wednesdays. So Wednesday is usually their game streams, but they also do kind of like random streams on the side. And the ones
they're always dropping game streams.
Yeah, I was gonna say Graveyard and Fours are doing are getting ready to do a retro Mega Man X. And then they've been doing Link's Awakening.
Oh,
so,
very cool. Very cool.
Zelda. So I mean, like, yeah, I mean, there's been a lot of fun with the stuff that they've been doing. And dude, you guys got to check them out. They are freaking hilarious. I love the dynamic that they have. And then of course they have the Last of Us streams that are on Wednesdays.
Awesome. So make sure go check them out. Go give them a follow on. That's also go give them a follow on YouTube, because every 50 new followers, they give away lightsabers.
Hell yeah. And their sabers are awesome. They when we were at the Merced Film Festival, we were out there showing people like the sabers and whatnot. And actually Chris Velasquez, who owns Violet Films, he bought a saber because when I showed him mine, he was like, dude, this is awesome, right? It's way better than, because he only had the Disney ones. He's like, this is way better than the Disney ones, man. And he ended up buying one for his daughter.
That's awesome. That's good. Shout out to Chris, and shout out to Kyber Cave Productions. I posted the link for their YouTube channel in the chat, so you can go give them a follow. Cool.
Hell yeah. Cool. Super cool. So yeah, guys, that is, yeah.
Have something you want to discuss? Tell us what you're nerding out on, and make sure to let us know in the Facebook group, the Distance Nerdington Post.
Now, guys, you gotta just go to our website, right? Because if you go to distancenerding.com and you look at that top corner right there, you'll see buy us a taco. Ladies and gentlemen, you can buy a taco and join the taco party. Why? Because all the coolest people hang out at the taco party, right? What does the taco party get you? It gets us more prizes to give away. It gets us more cons and appearances and whatnot. Ladies and gentlemen, what you're doing is you're helping support us so we can continue to attempt to entertain you. And well, at least James is entertaining. I try.
We'll figure it out. But maybe we change the name. Maybe it's like join the Portobello mushroom fry party. Maybe it's buy a pickle party, right? Yes, no.
Pickle party.
Buy Philippe a pickle party. What if that gets all the monies from everybody because they want to buy you pickles?
Oh God, just I can already taste the pickle flavored vomit. Okay. Guys, you got to connect with us at all the places that social media exist: Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, TikTok, YouTube, Discord, all at Distance Nerding.
Thanks and happy Thanksgiving, and keep nerding together, everybody.
That's right. So we know what time it is. It is time for what? This is not working. Okay.
It's time to have technical difficulties.
I'm having super technical difficulties right now. I'm trying to click on stuff and it's not working at all.
Is the power on, sir?
Should be.
We're all streaming, so yeah, the power is on.
Okay, looks like I don't get to change any of our banners right now. I don't
want
know.
to change the banner?
I'm trying to change a banner right now. I have 2 banners at the bottom.
Why do you have 2 banners? Banners changed. Done.
Nope, not working. All right. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the dance party. Let's get it.
The Raiders.
Oh, God.
Distance nerding.
The team that didn't betray the Bay.
Champion.
I know you're sad we have more rings than you.
Champion. What I love about this, you don't even know that yours isn't even coming up. It's just my screen. So it's just a Raider party up in here.
It's okay because the Raiders are having the worst season ever and the Niners are actually winning.
Not the worst season ever.
When was the last time you guys won a game? Oh, that's right.
This week, son. Relax.
See everybody next week.